guys, well, welcome back to the ShabinLife. I figured I would jump on and chat with you guys for a few minutes while I'm making the drive to the land. We're still headed in the same direction that we talked about in that last update video. My hope though is that since it's been a little while, I am seeing some of the material prices start to break, which would be nice. I mean, they're nowhere near the prices that I would like to see them be, and it's probably going to take a while before it gets there, mostly lumber. But we have pulled the trigger on our metal roof, which will be a whole different story. We also pulled the trigger on the septic install, which again, like, my hope is that these will all be their own videos. The other big deal is that within a very short time period, we kind of told you in the last video that we had shifted gears and we're working on our Suburban house to get that ready to sell. Well, obviously it's been, over a month since we recorded that video, and we've basically been doing a ton of work at our regular house. Not that it needed a lot, but there was a lot of things that my wife and I lived with for the last almost 15 years that didn't bother us. My front walk was kind of busted up a little bit, and it really didn't bother me, but we had a new concrete walkway put in, and our bathroom, we laughed because when we bought our house, it was sort of the original 60s bathroom, seafoam green, those baby blues or light blue tiles, and they all sort of matched. And as much as everybody was ripping those bathrooms out and putting in a more modern bathroom, we always laughed, and my wife would say, dude, these bathrooms are going to be back in style and it's going to be expensive to do this, we might as well just leave it. And they were in really great shape, both our powder room and our main bathroom. But the sink in my master bath was pink and it matched the floor, and we wanted to update that for years, but it didn't bother us. So now that we were selling the house, we put in a nice new white vanity, and we replaced a blue toilet in our lower bathroom that matched the tile. We replaced that to a new color white toilet and new vanity. So we're spending a little bit of this next few weeks trying to really create a plan on how we're moving out, and we pretty much have everything worked out now. It's just kind of put things into motion. But my truck right now is packed with a ton of stuff, a lot of little itsy bitsy pieces here and there, but for the most part it's just materials and tools. So I've got most of our farm or garden tools, all the rakes, shovels, you name it, is in the back of the truck, as well as a lot of PVC pipe from what I used to do previously as a profession. But we have a lot of 3-inch thin wall and fittings that we're going to be using for our rain collection, so that's all making its way up as well. Also have a small tiller and just some odds and ends, and we're just sort of slowly but surely getting things out of our garage and moving them to where they need to be. And that was this trip. But I also, over the last month or so, have made some other trips. I did film some stuff, but sometimes I just feel like if it's 5 minutes of redonkulousness, it's just not worth putting a video together for it. But I will tell you guys, I did make a few trips up here, one of which, and I have some video, I'll just throw it in while I'm talking, one of which was, we picked up our insulation, our wall insulation, which is the R23 rock wool. And in order to get a good deal, you have to buy at least 15 bags at a time. I did, in fact, buy 15. My truck was outrageous. I didn't think it was actually going to take up as much, but it was 2 full pallets plus some extra bags in the back of the truck and strapped to the 9s. And I drove up here, and basically it was just to get it up here, get it unloaded, and get it in the house, which is what I did. So we do have the insulation up here for the walls, and I will probably start doing a little bit of that installation while I'm up here for the next couple days. I also had a short trip up because our cistern was finished and was getting delivered, which was pretty awesome, a little sooner than I anticipated. And since that building, our mechanical building, isn't anywhere near started, let alone finished, it's going to be a little unique or awkward to find places for certain things that I assumed would go into that building around this time, or over the course of the next month or so as we moved out. And since that building's not done, we're trying to find spots to store workbenches and tools and equipment, and the cistern. I can't exactly put the cistern where it needs to be right now because there's no base. So we were able to unload it. The the young guy that delivered it was nice enough to help me get it off the truck, and we basically just rolled that bad boy down. But the cistern did get delivered. I was really excited, so it's there waiting for us. And you know, certainly when we have the base of the mechanical building done, we'll get that cistern over. Maybe we can even get it plumbed into place before the building gets put up and start pumping some water into there, since we won't be able to do the rain collection right away. But I just thought I'd catch you guys up, let you know what's going on. I should be at the property in another half an hour, and it's going to be beautiful today. I think it's going to be beautiful tomorrow and Wednesday as well. I think it's around the middle of June right now, just to give you guys an idea, maybe the 12th or 11th or 13th, something like that. All right, just pulled up. Definitely beautiful out, that's for sure. So I will take that. Man, I can't believe that I mowed this like 2 weeks ago. Doesn't look like I did anything. But you can see my truck is packed. All kinds of good stuff. So I'm just gonna take my time and start unloading. All right, so that's about it. Everything's in. I'm just gonna assess where I am up here and what's going on with what, and see if I can start getting some of this insulation cut open and start getting it in the walls. It'll make me feel good, like I'm started back up again. But yeah, other than that, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm gonna go down and kind of get the Shabin pulled together, since I just threw everything in there. Maybe get some late lunch, and I'll reconvene with you guys later. Enjoy the day. Alright guys, as usual, I think I was filming and the battery or the memory card ran out before I finished. Sometimes I don't check it for an hour. But I was able to get, yesterday I went out and grabbed the like 6 more bags of the R23 because I ran out yesterday, but I had I picked up 6 more bags and it was enough to finish off the rest of the walls, all the gable. I still have some work to do up in the attic in the far back wall, but I'll save that for when I buy the 24 for the floors and ceilings. But 24 inch, not the R38, but yeah, it turned out nice. Can definitely hear like the dampening in here now, which is nice. But all the exterior walls should be done. But yeah, one more thing off the checklist, or one more thing to check off the list maybe. But now I'll start picking up the R38 for the ceilings, for the attic and the vaulted ceiling, and it'll be one more thing. Be one more thing that we can get inspected and move on from. But yeah. That's it. Just got done doing a little bit of brush mowing. I just wanted to make myself sort of like a lap around the perimeter of the property, a couple laps. That way I can get down to where the septic system's going to go, because I think that's going to start in the next few weeks. Also, so that I can just have a little buffer between what I've already brush hogged or brush cut over the years and the start of the forest, we'll say. But it's looking good, feeling good. It's nice to be back to work and being super active. Makes me feel good. And like I said earlier, my house in the burbs is under contract, so I don't really have to keep working down there. A few more odds and ends to wrap up, but for the most part we're pretty much done there. So it'll be nice to just concentrate on just this build. But yeah, insulation, get that inspected, then sheetrock, get that inspected, and then we can really start rocking and rolling. Hopefully by then we'll start on the other building. I think I'm going to start the base in the next couple weeks. That way I can start getting the stone in there and compacted. I know I've talked about that before, but I'm hoping that, if wood's not going to move for a little while, the $100 or so it would be difference in just the base material shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, get that going outside, and get my base all set up, and be nice to get that going. That way I can get the cistern onto that pad, start figuring out walls, all that good stuff. But yeah, I don't know what else I'm going to wind up putting up in this video. I just got done, like I said, brush hogging. I swept the floor, cleaned up real good, made sure I'm pretty much good to go, and I'll probably hang for the night and then split out tomorrow. And then my hope is to get my truck packed again over the weekend and then be back up here at the beginning of next week. So we'll see what happens. But if I can get up here next week, maybe I can figure out a way to get the R38 delivered here, because it's going to be about 20 bags. Should be around 20 bags or so. And I don't really feel like picking that up in the truck. So hopefully we can get that delivered. But until then, I guess just rock and roll. Thanks for checking in, and I guess we'll catch you on the next video. Take care, guys.